Hello, thank you for joining with me. We are in A Course in Miracles. This is the Foundation for Inner Peace, 3rd edition. God, please help us to be who you would have us be, do what you would have us do, and go where you would have us go. Say what you would have us say, and to whom. And so it is. Today we are in chapter 11, God or the Ego, and we are starting the introduction. This is on page 193. Either God or the ego is insane. If you will examine the evidence on both sides fairly, you will realize this must be true. Neither God nor the ego proposes a partial thought system. Each is internally consistent, but they are diametrically opposed in all respects, so that partial allegiance is impossible. Remember, too, that their results are as different as their foundations, and their fundamentality, irreconcilable natures, cannot be reconciled by vacillations between them. I'm going to repeat that because I chopped it up, sorry. Remember, too, that their results are as different as their foundations, and their fundamentally irreconcilable natures cannot be reconciled by vacillations between them. Nothing alive is fatherless, for life is creation. Therefore, your decision is always an answer to the question, who is my father? And you will be faithful to the Father you choose. Yet, what would you say to someone who believed this question really involves conflict? If you made the ego, how can the ego have made you? The authority problem is still the only source of conflict because the ego was made out of the wish of God's Son to father him. The ego, then, is nothing more than a delusional system in which you made your own father. Make no mistake about this. It sounds insane when it is stated with perfect honesty, but the ego never looks on what it does with perfect honesty. Yet that is its insane premise, which is carefully hidden in the dark cornerstone of its thought system. And either the ego which you made is your father, or its whole thought system will not stand. You make by projection, but God creates by extension. The cornerstone of God's creation is you, for his thought system is light. Remember the rays that are there unseen? The more you approach the center of his thought system, the clearer the light becomes. The closer you come to the foundation of the ego's thought system, the darker and more obscure becomes the way. Even the little spark in your mind is enough to lighten it. Bring this light fearlessly with you and bravely hold it up to the foundation of the ego's thought system. Be willing to judge it with perfect honesty. Open the dark cornerstone of terror on which it rests and bring it out into the light. See that it rested on meaninglessness and that everything of which you have been afraid was based on nothing. My brother, you are part of God and part of me. When you have at last looked at the ego's foundation without shrinking, you will also have looked upon ours. I come to you from our Father to offer you everything again. Do not refuse it in order to keep a dark cornerstone hidden, for its protection will not save you. I give you the lamp, and I will go with you. You will not take this journey alone. I will lead you to your true Father, who hath need of you as I have. Will you not answer the call of love with joy? And that is the conclusion of the introduction for chapter 11. And we will pick up on section 1 tomorrow. If you care to join me in a 5-minute meditation on Workbook Lesson 112, which is a review. Go ahead and sit with your back supported, head and neck free. Let's start with a 2x breath. Count for 2 on the inhale through your nose and exhale for a count of 4 through your mouth. Gertie's doing it too. Go ahead and do that 2 more times. And then move into a 3x breath, and I'll lead us into the silent meditation. And after doing the 3x breath, in for 3, out for 6. Go ahead and do the 4x breath, in for 4, out for a count of 8. In through your nose if you're able to, and out through your mouth. And do each of those 3 times as I lead us into a silent meditation. Light and joy and peace abide in me. I am as God created me. Light and joy and peace abide in me. I am the home of light and joy and peace. I welcome them into the home I share with God, because I am part of Him. I am as God created me. I will remain forever as I was created by the changeless like Himself. And I am one with Him, and He with me. Light and joy and peace abide in me. I am as God created me. light and joy and peace abide in me. I am as God created me. Remember this, on the hour, light and joy and peace abide in me. On the half hour, I am as God created me. Go ahead and think of 3 things you're grateful for. Let's feel this light and joy and peace that abides within us and joins us with God, with every living being. Let us extend this out. We are as God created us. Light and joy and peace abide in us. We are one. Let us extend this out to everyone in our home or building. And then further out into our neighborhood, our town or city. See this light extend, this light of love, joy, and peace. See it extend throughout the world. Go ahead and picture somebody in it who particularly brings up some defensiveness in you. Go ahead and picture that person surrounded by light and joy and peace. See them smiling and laughing and full of light and joy and peace. If there's more than one person that you need to include in this light and joy and peace, go ahead and picture them. And then keep seeing this light extend further outward, encompassing every living being on the planet. You and I, we are joined. Feel that love and light and joy and peace. And let us carry this into every interaction we have today. God, please help us to remember. And so it is. I love you. Thank you so much for joining with me. I will see you tomorrow.